All right, here's the full cost breakdown of our trip to Albania. I'm going to be talking in US dollars this entire video, just to be clear. Starting with accommodation, in total we stayed 17 nights, and the average cost per night was only 39 US dollars. So that's for a total of $667 on accommodations, 2.5 weeks, 17 days. And if we were willing to stay in things that are more like hostels or even a little bit less nice hotels, we probably could have shaved a little bit of money off of this, but generally we like to stay in pretty clean and nice places, but nothing too luxurious. Next, on transportation, our flights were only $129 from Barcelona direct to Tirana. We flew with Wizz Air, and that meant our bags were almost the same amount, $125 for a checked bag. So in total, the flights with the bags ran us about $254. The car rental was only $208 for just a little bit over 2 weeks, because those first few days in Tirana we didn't have the car. Gas was about $130 US, and we drove all around the country, and gas is pretty expensive there, like $7-8 a gallon. And then lastly, just the bus to and from Tirana was about $17 total. So food, we spent a lot of money. We spent $230 on groceries, which was mostly just snacks, a little bit of breakfast, and a lot of protein items, because we both need over 150 grams of protein a day. On restaurants, we spent $929. That definitely could have been shaved down. We ate out every single day for lunch and dinner for an average cost per meal of $27, which was about $13.50 per person, which isn't bad because we went to a lot of really great restaurants, and the food there is generally pretty cheap. But food is one thing we don't compromise on. We love food. We love traveling to new places to try the different foods. For us, that's where we're going to spend a little bit more, but this could have been $500 easily if we tried, instead of $929. And then activities, we spent $175 the entire trip, which is pretty good. That's an average of like $10 a day. Some of the biggest things that we spent money on were the boat ride in Hamada. That was $27 US each. We also did a second boat ride for 27 euros to Ali Pasha Castle. Retreat National Park was $11 each, which was, I think, pretty worth it because there's so much to see in that park. And then other than that, just some of the castle entrances were $3 or $4 each. The hike that Amadeo did in Tirana was about $20. Things like walking tours were $5 or $10 each in Tirana. The Cold War tunnels were like $2 each for us. The Blue Eye, we spent $4 total on parking and tickets. So generally speaking, the activities are pretty inexpensive. Even in Samil, we rented our kayaks and paddle boards for $5 an hour. So I'm not sure if that's an off-season price or if it's normally that cheap, but overall, we didn't spend too much on activities. The last bucket would just be miscellaneous, and that's things like health insurance, random coffees for me, a glass of wine here and there, eSIMs for our phone, our magnet, and a few other souvenirs. That brings the trip total to $2,760 for 2.5 weeks, which isn't that bad. And Albania is a very, very affordable place to vacation, and again, you could have made it even more affordable than what we did if you wanted to. That's our full cost breakdown of Albania, and I hope you enjoyed.